OneOdio say that $69 can buy you LDAC-capable, premium-feeling over-ear headphones with a crazy good 75-hour battery life. I say we should check these thoroughly, so let's inspect. Hey everybody, welcome, great to meet you. I'm Michael and I haven't reviewed any earbuds or earphones for quite some time on the channel. Therefore, for these, I'll try to keep it short. Straight to the point, it's the new OneOdio model called Focus A5, something which is super budget-friendly and at the same time comes with very promising specifications. Therefore, we want to put it under certain real-life use cases and scenarios and figure out everything that you need to know about them. I did promise to keep it short and straight to the point, therefore, let's talk about the audio quality, and in my opinion, it matches the price point. While other components might be exceeding the expectations, I would say the audio quality is nowhere near superb. These can be really loud, but as soon as you go near the maximum possible volume, you might start to notice certain distortions. There's too much emphasis on the lows, and in certain scenarios, the high tones would be poor on fidelity. Maybe the mid-tones are represented in the best possible way. If you're enjoying boomy sound, then probably you would like the Focus A5 quite a lot. Otherwise, I would recommend using an equalizer and reducing the lower-end frequencies a bit, so that the overall feeling gets better. Funny enough, but this is exactly what OneOdio desperately needs to change, in my opinion. A smartphone app with ability for tuning the sound might do miracles in some cases. I feel that pop music, vocals, audiobooks, these are all good use cases. If the tunes that you enjoy are crisp and contrasty, then the pleasure levels would be decreased. The battery life is probably the champion over here. 75 hours is the promise given by OneOdio. I never got to fully exhaust these, and I probably never will. For the record, even keeping them at 30% doesn't make me nervous that battery is gonna go down. Per hour, at 50% volume, it indeed consumes between 2 and 4%, which is crazy good. As advertised, 5 minutes of charging are going to give you 5 hours of listening experience, which is lovely. There's a Type-C port for charging and a 600 mAh battery which is inside the earpiece. The design and the build quality are another super strong side. Focus A5 arrives in pretty basic pack. My opinion about must-haves with headphones, and apparently the lack of protective pouch or case are definitely something I'd note down at the end of the video while talking about the drawbacks. Build quality is fascinating. There's a metal base plate, means durable, and these joints here, I've double-checked, metal as well, so really well done. The ear cups feel great, perfect fit to my ears, and check the dimensions so that you can figure out whether they are going to be a good fit in your case. Very soft cushions, artificial leather, which is gonna get in bad shape after a year or so, however, they don't seem to be easily removable. The headset can fold and becomes very compact, and it is very soft to the touch overall. Almost Bose kind of feeling, if we don't count the leather or the buttons, because the buttons are too basic. But I am for sure happy that OneOdio won't torture us with any capacitive integrations. If you wonder about the key specifications, the drivers are with 40mm diameter, the battery has 600 mAh capacity, Bluetooth version is 5.4, frequency response is rather standard, there's inbuilt microphone, a noise-cancelling feature, you can rely on LDAC and high-res audio, the headset has a few mechanical control buttons and an option to be used via a cable. Weight is about 280 grams. On paper, based on the specs, these are supposed to be brilliant. And we know that with audio, great specs do not necessarily determine the grade of audio experience and pleasure that you're going to feel. And I've already talked about my impressions from the audio quality. You can share about your experience in the comments below. Of course, among the big features is ANC, active noise cancelling, a hybrid integration over here. We have the ANC mode on, the off option, as well as transparent function, which means you can be with the headset on and you would still be able to hear your surroundings because the microphone is going to be relaying whatever happens on the outside world. And I have to say the ANC is not that effective, but thanks to the good quality of these ear cups, you're still going to be quite isolated from the surroundings, even with the not-so-effective ANC. The microphone quality is unimpressive, or somewhere between unimpressive and disappointing. There's very aggressive environmental noise cancelling, which in some situations might really affect the audio quality. And I would say it would be acceptable for those kind of phone calls, but already great for online meetings or anything better than that. The Bluetooth connection has been super stable all the time, a very up-to-date version of the protocol, and while aptX is not among the supported list, we have mentioned the extra codecs. The advertised range is about 10 meters if there are no obstacles in between. Audio feels like being in real time. I didn't notice any delays while gaming, in case you wonder. Actually, given the bass-driven sound, gaming with these is a pretty good idea. The controls are entirely based on buttons, nothing unusual, maybe except for the clicking. Volume up and down, next in previous tracks, A and C control, launching the assistant, is the usual combination of single or multiple press options, and once you get used to these, it's fine. If you want to get to know more about the fancy features, LDAC and high-res audio are supported by the board logic, and they work and are present, however, won't positively impact the overall performance, at least not much. It's more of a marketing move so that you can get a reassurance that there are touch points with much more expensive models, such as the Sony XM5 or the Sennheiser Momentum and similar. A big difference, besides the price and the audio performance, would also be the software side, because here it is non-existent. Therefore, check whether what you use the most for playback has a good inbuilt equalizer. For Android, it's rather easy because a bunch of players support or have such. YouTube Music also has a basic one, and I can promise you it helps a lot. You may have good luck with Apple Music as well, therefore, in most cases, you're going to be able to get rather good results. So, if the absence of a smartphone app is the beginning of the drawbacks list, let us add more. No protective case in the set, no aptX support. And fact is that these days it almost doesn't matter, yet fair to mention, the hard-to-remove ear pads and the limited availability of accessories. So based on everything we've seen, the conclusion that we can make is that these are not audiophile headphones. Their audio quality matches their price point, the battery life is insanely good, the build quality, in my opinion, superb, as well as the comfort levels and the fit, because they are very lightweight and also very comfortable, at least in my case. So that's everything I wanted to share with you in regard to the OneOdio Focus A5, a perfect fit for people who value budget-oriented, wireless earphones and exceptionally good battery life per charge. If there's something I've missed, ask me anything in the comment section below the video, where you can of course share anything that comes to your mind in regards to wireless headphones. And thanks a lot for watching this video. If it was fun and nice to watch, give it a like, subscribe to the channel for more cool tech inspections, and I, Michael, wish you a fantastic day. Bye.